Hey Taurus, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot and welcome to your October reading for love and career. Before we get started today, I just want to say thank you so much for your likes and your subscribes. If this is your first time to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Check your bodies throughout the reading, see how it feels. If it resonates, take it as advice. Tarot is an amazing tool for introspection and exploring oneself. If it doesn't resonate, consider checking your moon sign, especially if you were born at night. And there's a link in the description box below for a free website. You just plug in some of your general information. You don't have to give anything away that's personal, and it'll send you your natal chart. All right, if it does resonate, I ask you to please consider liking and subscribing. By liking the video, of course, it helps the algorithm, but it does more than that. It's your way of collaborating with the energies. And we don't quite understand what energy is, but we harness it every single day. So claim it by liking it if it resonates. All right, you guys, starting with career for my Taurus tarot. All right, so we only take cards that choose to fly out, you know? And I like that the concept that they volunteer. Every tarot reader has their way, and that's my way. All right, so starting with the first two cards flew out together, attached to one another. And this was Page of Cups and the Devil. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because that is such a crazy combination. So I don't know why I'm laughing. I have no idea where this emotion is coming from. So the Page of Cups is like miracle energy. It's pictured with a fish coming out of a cup for a reason. A fish doesn't belong in a cup, right? But it doesn't mean it can't survive in one if it's full of water. So something comes out of nowhere in your career. And this is a weird feeling, but I have to say it's coming out with this huge success, this victory, and this Hermit card, which is like, Hermit is your intuition. It's that inner voice, just like that lantern is leading him through the dark, that by listening to your inner voice, you reach this, like, I feel like it's a delightful surprise, this success, you are being recognized. And you know, it's a huge pat on the shoulder. I do believe that it's a little bit, it's due to something that is cyclical. It could be overworking. It could be actually a slight obsessive energy or habit. So the Devil talks about patterns in our behavior that don't always serve us, but it's actually serving you at this point. It's like, I almost feel like that addiction could be overworking, or for some of you guys, I think it's even gambling. Like, I don't want to encourage one to do as a habit if it does not benefit them. But anyway, you're running into a delightful surprise, and yeah. Okay, so we're starting with a really interesting reading. Sorry, I'm just kind of getting off on your energy. All right, Taurus, career. Tell us something else. So there's this delightful surprise. Problem with taking flyers is that sometimes you have these real smooth moments where you have to chase them down. There is a partnership that has disappointed you, I think, in work. So this could be a coworker, this could be a client, but somebody you, I think, have had simpatico with before is just out of alignment with the Two of Cups upside down and the Five of Cups flying out. So there's this disappointment. What about that for our Taurus? We have money coming in. I mean, this is a gift of money, or this is a new client or a product that's selling really well, but there's this money coming in. So far your reading and career is a little bittersweet. Anything else you can tell us? Tell us about this Pentacle. Who doesn't want to know more about money? No one. Everybody wants to know more about money. What's this Pentacle for Taurus? Page of Pentacles. So there's something new, I think, that you are doing. Maybe it required research. Maybe even somebody went back to school, to classes. But, you know, this is a growing card, and you are being rewarded for being willing to grow in the first place. Sometimes we can get really stagnant because we're comfortable where we're at. Well, congratulations to you, Taurus, because you broke out of any kind of stagnancy to grow, regardless of whether that required research or classes, or just keeping an open mind or pursuing something that you wouldn't normally pursue. But either way, it's really paying off. I do feel like there's this, somehow this, the bitter side of it is this partnership. So there's something going on with that, and I'm going to ask about it. So for our Taurus, what's this Two of Cups in reverse? We have the World card. Now, this could be somebody else coming in and kind of taking their place, somebody from a distance, maybe culturally different. That's going to be a small percentage of you guys. But it could be even having to do with travel. With the World card, it's literally like one buttoning up a chapter, a natural closing of a chapter. And also there's a feeling of this outstretched connective feeling with other parts of the world, with other people that are different from you, and all that. So I have something, it has something to do with that. It almost feels linked to travel. Two of Swords. And it was a tough decision. Whether it was this person's decision or your decision, know that it was a tough one, because there was some fears attached. So there was some cloudiness, and that might allow you to see another side of this whole thing. Two flew out together, and they are Justice and the Star. Wow. So major arcana, big messengers. They flew out together. And there's something that's karmically on point about what's happening. And the Star card is actually super positive. It's a get your wish card. So the balances are righting themselves, you know, they're correcting themselves. This is the universe kind of stepping in. And actually it might be bittersweet at first, but I feel like this is allowing you to move forward and flow forward. Something I think was choking you up a little bit in making money. And I think this is going to put you in the position, this partnership going a little wonky is going to put you in a position of opening your mind to other solutions, and it's actually going to bring in more money. So I hope that is helpful for you. This combination, I'm still feeling like giddy about. It's the weirdest, most dynamic. All of you guys have different things going on. I would be so curious about, if this resonates to you, what it turns out to be in your life, because that one was hard to place. All I could do was feel it, and I can still feel it. It's kind of like, how do I say this? It's kind of like the feeling of, it's like the feeling of dropping something and having this moment, this oh shit moment, but then like catching it with your foot, if that makes any sense. Funny. Okay, you guys, we're going to get into the love reading, and I'm going to reshuffle with love in mind and put my intention out for you. And in the meantime, if this is resonating so far, if you claim the reading, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, the notifications bell, whatever. Interact with the energy. Love for Taurus. Okay, we got 10 of Swords. So Tarot today wants to talk to you about a hard ending. Something that was possibly a little painful. And the reason I'm dropping them, you guys, I'm sorry, is I have the camera up a little higher than I normally would, and so I'm trying to hold the cards in a weird position. Yeah, so we have leaving something, and it's a major decision. It's a major change. So your life, this has a huge impact on your life. It doesn't feel bad, though, even though we got the 10 of Swords. So this was a hard ending, but there was a reason it had to end. And I do feel that your energy is that of the 8 of Cups. Walking away towards greener pastures, even though you put a lot of time and energy into this. All these cups behind this individual, they're something that they built, that they put time into. You know, there are the seeds that they sowed, and even though they're still there and they're still standing, this individual is choosing to turn away and see if there's something better out there. There's a lot of courage in this card. And there's also the moon in the background. And the moon, even though they're not looking directly at it, they're looking down and looking kind of out to land. The moon is shining on them. The moon in tarot always symbolizes intuition. So you may not know the reasons why this needed to happen yet, because the mind only knows what it's experienced. But if you assess your gut, if you talk to your intuition and your gut know what you have not experienced yet. And keep that in mind, because we have two sources of intelligence. I mean, or wisdom, we have a lot of sources for wisdom, but these are the two ones that we're very familiar with. We just don't pay attention to our guts nearly enough, do we? And then the Judgment card came out with that. And so this is the moment where everything changes. You have changed your destiny. And the Judgment card is beautiful because in the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, this horn is sung by the angel, right? It's played by the angels, and it's literally people like lifting themselves out of graves, which is kind of morbid, but it's suggesting like resurrection and love. In this case, we're doing a love reading, so it's resurrection and love. You are giving yourself the opportunity to resurrect love inside of you and possibly have something better. Now, all of you guys are at the bottom of the deck. We've got 10 of Pentacles? Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. So stability, happy, long-lasting stability and happiness and money. Taurus, more about this. It's like the cards are done. They're like, mic drop. Done. Taurus, anything else? King of Swords. Who's the King of Swords? Justice, a card again. We've got the Justice card again. Yeah. So King of Swords is somebody who switches off the emotions and thinks practically. I have a feeling like this was you. This could have been somebody else. This could have been the other person in some of your situations. But this is out of necessity, because those scales need to balance again. And it's very karmically on. When you get the Justice card also, it's a very good indication if you're doing anything with contracts, if any of you guys are getting divorces, it's going to turn out in a pleasant way for you. It's going to turn out in your favor. But either way, I think this has very much a feeling of necessity. Kind of like, I'm willing to put up with some of the hard stuff, and in order to resurrect. It's an act of self-love is what it is. You know, it's like when you were a kid and you had to brush your teeth and you hated it. And then you had to floss, and that's even worse. But you did it as a discipline, right? And then as you got older, you realized, as you saw other people who didn't take care of their teeth, how much pain they were in. It's an act of self-love. It's a really weird metaphor. Just go with it, you guys. 5 of Swords. And you know why? It's because you're coming out of conflict. This came out upside down. So that's a way that you are loving yourself, even though it's going to be hard sometimes, and just in the beginning. And maybe it was hard delivering the news. Maybe it was hard to actually have those conversations. It's an act of self-love to get out of this feeling of conflict. All right, well, I hope that was helpful. Stay tuned for your weeklies. I do these weekly shorts, and they're packed full of information. And I'll be thinking of you. Take care.